What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm reacting to a video that was put out by GitHub. Now, I may not show the screen because of copyright. Like last time I did this, I got copyrighted bad, so I know I couldn't even do the thumbnail letting you guys know what I was actually reacting to. But this is Jalen really wants the Lions to draft Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, Jalen apparently thinks that drafting Tua is the way to go and then move Stafford. And I actually don't know who the guy is on the left. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who that is, but I think he's on the opposite side. And I've heard this dude was preaching, so I'm like, all right, I gotta react to this. Y'all know I'm a big Stafford supporter. I think we shouldn't move Stafford. I think we need to build around him. And apparently this guy was saying pretty much what I've said a lot of times. So I'm reacting to this. I'm excited. Y'all know I'm excited for stuff like this. So let's get this thing started. Here we go. Let's go. Let me restart it. I think I missed the beginning. Let me restart it.
We're going to try something called Make Your Case.
Make Your Case. I had a series that I did start. I didn't finish. I only did one video on it. Stafford versus Russell Wilson. It was called Making a Case. If you guys want to see that return, let me know. Just give me some things to make a case about. But let's resume.
Louis Riddick standing by. And Louis Riddick has
Louis Riddick? Okay, cool.
May someday be again.
My fault. I should know who that is.
Huge decisions at draft time. Jalen Rose, we all know you're a crazy fan of the Detroit Lions. You have something you want them to do. I want you to make your case to Louis, and let's see what he thinks.
Let's get it. I'm hyped. Let's go.
You do a terrific job. I can't wait till you get a gig back in the NFL. And if you were running my Detroit Lions and I drove down Woodward in downtown Detroit, I would say to you, Tua's the guy that can bring us a parade. I was born in 1973. My squad has won one playoff game in the last 6 years.
Don't have to bring that up. Jalen, don't have to bring that up, dog.
One playoff game
we
in
get
the
it,
last
Jalen.
6 years. And let me tell you some of the people, and a couple of these guys work for our networks. There's no shots, no shade, that I've seen play quarterback under center. Bobby Lane was before my time. He was in the 1950s. That was our greatest quarterback. Our next
whoa. Jalen, Okay, no, I'll give it to him because we won stuff back in the 50s, so I'll give it to him.
Matthew Stafford, okay? In between that time, Eric Hipple, Gary Danielson, Craig, an older Dante Culpepper, my brother Dan Orlowski, Rodney Peete, Chuck Ware, Rodney Peete. I could go on.
He's losing it. My man's losing it. Okay.
Lewis, the most important position in football is quarterback. I've heard you say this. Why don't we redshirt Tua, let Matthew Stafford pay his last bid to Detroit, allow him to groom Tua, trade him, because eventually when we do a big move, it's going to be with the Patriots anyway. Our front office is in lockstep with them. What is the third thing of Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me.
Imagine we redshirt Tua, trade them Matthew Stafford at the end of this year, and Tua becomes our quarterback the year after, and we get our parade downtown Detroit eventually.
Okay, he's made his case.
Okay, that's his case.
What do you think?
Come on, Lewis. Roast him. That way I don't have to.
First of all, let me just say this. I know you think that they're going to make a trade with the New England Patriots, but I'll tell you this. If they don't win this year, that front office ain't going to be making a trade with anybody because they're going to
That's facts. They're going to be gone. They can be gone, okay?
That's number one.
Yep.
Number two, let's just put it this way. Since Matthew Stafford was drafted in 2009, let's just start in 2011. You understand, Jalen, they haven't put very much around this young man.
2011. Pretty sure it was his first full season because 2010 wasn't. Came into an 0-16 squad. Just want to help you out, Lewis. Let's keep going. You got it.
From 2011 to 2018. 2011, let's just say, and excluding 2018, you know Matthew Stafford threw for 4,000 yards, over 4,000 yards every single season. In 2011, he threw for 5,000 yards. So he basically has carried this football team on his own with no help. You understand this too? They had no running game during this entire time. This is a team that's been in the bottom quarter of the league rushing the football because they just
every year, dog.
Stafford on his shoulders, and he delivered now. He's been a top 10 quarterback the entire time he's been in the National Football League. What has happened, though, is everything around him has been absolutely average to below average to mediocre. It's been subpar.
Lewis.
He's got no help. No quarterback can transcend mediocrity when it's surrounding him. As the Greg Williams, one of the people who I respect in this league, and some people, you can say whatever you want about Greg Williams, he told me this, and this has always stuck with me. Players can't win in spite of. They have to win because of. It's very hard to win in spite of, and Matthew Stafford has had to try and win and succeed in spite of dysfunction around him his entire football career. Now, finally, they started investing in the offensive line. They drafted Kerryon Johnson. He needs to stay healthy. They've become a little bit more balanced. They've done some decent things on the defensive side of the football, but it hasn't been good enough.
No, we've been awful.
The people around Matthew have failed him. Matthew hasn't failed Detroit. The people around Matthew have failed Detroit. And I'll tell you this, when you're talking about 2020, Tua Tagovailoa, if you redshirt him, he isn't going to save this franchise. They're going to wipe that whole place out because they need impact right now. So I'll tell you this, if they draft Tua, they're drafting him for a totally different regime. You're still going to have to wait this year.
What do you think, Jay?
Correct.
This is the Mike Lewis. That's what you just did. Wow, that was loud. I'm so thankful that someone says what I've been saying for a long time. I know there's still going to be the people out there that still want to draft him. That's okay. But, man, this is, like, literally my point summed up. I've made the video so many times about Matthew Stafford. He just summed it up in about 2 minutes there. Not every point. I think he missed a couple. But, I think he did a heck of a job in the amount of time. So, Louis Riddick, shout out to you, my man. You just
and as
thank
somebody
you.
that's been supporting this team since 1973, that's my point. Matthew Stafford deserves to go to a better situation where he can actually get a Super Bowl within the next 3 to 5 years. I'm trying to save Matthew Stafford because I agree with you all of the points that you made. He's been
unfortunately,
amazing
that's true.
I'm happy
Unfortunately,
for
that's true.
Slay. He gets a chance to go to Philadelphia. He got saved. Okay, bring in a new regime headed by Louis Riddick. Draft Tua this year, and then now you can build around Tua a couple of years from now, Lou.
I have to leave it there. I think you made a very eloquent case, Jalen. As usual,
to
argue both.
He's not even arguing like against Stafford, and that was awesome. That was a great show. Let me shout out to Get Up. Nope, let me not say that we don't get copyrighted. But wow. I see what he's saying. I mean, it is the truth. You move Stafford to a team like New England, he's going to have an opportunity to shine. So, I mean, that would be great for him, obviously. But for me, it's like that. I don't want to see him go. I'm right with Louis Riddick on every single thing that he said. I'm right with you on that, my man. That was great. That was my most favorite ones. Because it wasn't like Jalen was out here trying to say Stafford wasn't good. He acknowledged it and said he's trying to do it for Stafford. I know some of you guys actually think that too, that for Stafford, we should just move him. That way he can go win some games. I've heard a lot of people say that, and I get it because, I completely understand it. Even though I don't want to see him gone, I get it. That was a good show. Shout out to them. I just had to react to this. That was good stuff. There's not a lot to say. That was good stuff. Whoa. I don't know when you guys see this, but hopefully soon. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.